Hey! Hey! That's my car spot! Oi! My car... Yes, babe, yes. I know. Organic kale. Yes, I know. Almond milk. I'm just trying to park. Not the Milk Lab one. Yes. I know. I gotta go. Bye. Man, I need a beer. Oh yeah, another week in the bay. Chaos. So glad I'm at my favourite bar. It's only open for 1 hour every Friday. The good old Walling Bar. I'm not even having a look at this thing. Whatever, I can steer the ship to somewhere. Come on, ship, take me somewhere good tonight. I've got an hour to enjoy life. I'm here on my own. And that's okay. I'm not going to even look at my phone. I'm going to sit at a bar and not look at my phone. I'm going to be digital free. Those algorithms can fuck off. It's just nice to have a bit of peace and quiet. I mean, I guess, a bit of human companionship does go a long way. It's always nice to have someone to, open up to, share things. Maybe there's a... Oh, hi.
Oh, g'day. Didn't notice you there in this bar.
You're the first person I've seen just walk into the Walling Bar before ever.
Really?
It's kind of like the Harry Potter Hogwarts. It's like really hard to find. You have to kind of know the magical... Did you just stumble in here?
I could be in a dream sequence right now, I think. I'm not sure if I'm awake, so I may have just stumbled upon this
I have a feeling this next hour may feel a bit like a dream sequence, actually. I think that's a pretty good way to put it. I think I have been put into your dream.
Have you?
Could I be an amalgamation of all of the different men that have come into your life in different ways?
That's really where you want to send yourself, I'm not going to argue.
That might be my narcissism coming through.
Yeah, it wouldn't be what I'd recommend.
No. Well, I'm now a 41-year-old male with a burgeoning beard, sitting here after a week of, we all have difficult weeks, don't we?
We do.
Difficult weeks and lives, and there are good things that happen and kind of shitty things that happen.
Are you ever in a dream and you think, I could just wake myself up from this dream now, or I could just go with it and stay in the dream?
And you kind of wonder why things are difficult in dreams when they should be easy. I've always found that things don't happen that easily. And I often really judge myself after a dream. Like, if I've got if I dream about something that I feel like I shouldn't be dreaming about, I get really sort of disappointed with my subconscious.
Do you also ever wake up from your dream really angry at somebody that you dreamt about and you can't let go of what they did to you in the dream?
Ooh, this sounds like this could be leading into a real-life sort of anecdote.
It could be.
Okay.
I'm to come up with the anecdote?
There is hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
No, just like any old anecdote where I got angry.
Well, I have a feeling that you look like a songwriter.
Wow, how did you tell that?
I don't know. You just have some sort of je ne sais quoi.
Yes, you're quite intuitive. I am, in fact, a songwriter.
It seems like a lot of people that end up at the Walling Bar do have some kind of songwriting skills.
Really?
And I have the pleasure of getting to know them for an hour and then they just disappear.
Wow, like they wake up from their dream.
They wake up from their dream, yes.
Amazing.
A dream that...
Well, I won't wake myself up from this dream.
You don't normally drink beers in dreams, do you? I feel like your subconscious doesn't really have any need for social lubricants.
Strangely, I don't actually drink very often at all anymore, so I don't know where this beer's going to take me.
I mean, you don't have... It can just be a prop. It can be a prop. I sort of use this as like a way of feeling more comfortable with strangers, but you don't have to.
We'll decide whether it's a prop.
We're also trying to get these
active.
guys to sponsor this real-life
Which
bar.
people need to do, because this is actually like a very genius COVID pivot, this bar and this concept.
It was originally going to be a sex dungeon, and they have decided to put that on ice.
Not go there.
And create a virtual setting for artists to have a platform to, express themselves and tell people who they are. And it's an intimate... The bar shuts at 6. We're here for an hour.
Yeah.
So this is like a semi kind of...
So let's make this go really well, because it would be a shame if it did have to become a sex
All right,
dungeon
well,
instead. So it's
that's
best
always a backup.
that we do a good show, and
we could go there if that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have a gimp suit in the cupboard somewhere.
Excellent. Well, like I just think we really need to
get the gimp
encourage
suit
people
out.
to share this with other people and get people watching it.
Yeah, if you are
Just
watching this, share it.
Share it and
Share
tell
it.
people about it, because sounds like each week it's amazing.
It is. Every week has been an amazing experience for myself, and hopefully for people watching. This is Byron's first ever truly live chat show, broadcasting to a potential worldwide audience, except for China, and because they don't really
They're
get
not
the
allowed.
internet. It's quite like we do.
I think if we put a communist bent on it, they might play it.
Yes. We set up straighter and
I
I don't know.
encourage people to till their fields. It might get played.
Yes. Till your
China.
fields if you're watching.
Oh, till your fields. Sorry, I just
All right,
touched
so-
my microphone then. Did that go bad? Then anyway. whatever.
Christina Giorgio,
Yes.
I'm channeling you. And this is a dream, right?
What?
So this is one of those dreams where anything can happen, where I might know who you are.
Yes.
I might be able to know a few things about you.
And this
because
is
I'm,
actually
like,
my
part of you.
parents' house / the schoolyard. Do you ever have those dreams where it's like you know that it's not really that place, but you kind of know it is that
And
place?
where are my pants?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why
Luckily,
does
it's
the
not one of
toilet
those sort
door
of dreams.
have no door?
Luckily,
Anyway,
I don't know about being naked in dreams. So, Christina Giorgio.
yes.
Here you are.
Yes, here I am in this amazing dream sequence.
Let's go back, because I know I
Yes.
noticed that there is always a guitar and a microphone here, so we
Wow.
may be able to kill a little bit of time in the bar by
some music.
playing some music for me and
Sounds like a
anybody
good
else watching
plan.
out there in Byron Bay land here at the Welling Bar.
I think that's a good plan.
Yeah, it's a way for people to virtually engage with artists.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, if the people want to write some comments on the, go to Byron Bay Live on Facebook and follow the page. And if you've got any comments underneath the event, just type them in, and during the song I'll
nice
check them. Nice
comments.
comments or questions or
Yeah.
anything like that. We're
If
looking
you've
for
got a
some
mean
interaction.
comment, just, I don't know, write that on a piece of paper and then
Then just
chew
burn
it
it.
up and spit it out.
But as an artist, as a, you
Or
know,
swallow it.
public persona, you
Yes.
know, surely trolling something that you've encountered.
Do you know what? One of the places, like not necessarily online trolling, but one of the funny things is when you play a live gig and people come up afterwards from the audience and want to give you feedback about your show. That sometimes is not that helpful. And in fact, I feel like one of the most helpful bits of advice I got was here in Byron Bay when I was living down in Sydney. I came up and played a gig at the Rails, and I got off stage and the person came up to me, someone in the audience came up and was like, "That was really good, I really enjoyed your music, but if you insist on wearing your hair like that, you'll never get a following in Byron Bay."
What was your hair to look like?
It was in a
What?
ponytail.
You didn't have dreadies?
No, it didn't have dreadies. It was in a ponytail. I think it was like a bit starkly pulled back off my face. It was looking
Like
too
hair
fitted.
really
Yeah.
is going to affect your
Apparently.
career in... 'cause
Anyway, I
they
won't
obviously
risk
know a
it.
lot
Got my hair
about
down now.
how to make it.
Yeah.
You're like, you should have gone, "Well, what's your job?" And she's like, "Well, I am a receptionist." You go, "Well, do I come down and tell you how to answer the phone to your workplace?"
Yeah.
You know, you should really answer the
I
phone.
didn't
with a bit more-
engage. I was just sort of like, but I did go home and just sort of go into like a hair crisis.
Now, I know you do have a gig coming up at the
do.
Brunswick Picture House.
I do.
We're big fans of the Brunswick Picture House. So
They're amazing there.
we love what they're doing there, so shout out to those guys.
Yeah, Chris
And,
and Brett are doing an amazing job. A bit like you guys here, just like going, okay, the arts is a bit of a shitstorm at the moment. What can we do with what we have? Let's create a
Yeah.
online platform. Those guys have just said we can barely have anyone in our venue. What can we do? And they've set up this like awesome fire pit outside with like a screen projected, and they've made it extra cozy and cool
We have.
inside.
Oh, they have?
No, they have at the Picture House.
Yeah.
You guys have done cool things here.
Yeah.
Not to pull away from the cool things that are
Just so you
happening
know,
here.
we're North Coast Events, and this is all for hire.
Yeah, and it's bloody amazing setup. Like, it is a very amazing setup, and everyone's super professional.
And the beers are cold-ish, you know. We could get an esky as well.
You could bring warm ones with yourself, and I think they would accept that around here. They seem pretty friendly.
We're saving up for an
warm
esky.
beer.
No, we do have a fridge out the back. We got it all here. Byron Bay Live is the spot to be.
It is.
So let's talk about you as an artist a little bit, because we're going to work our way through your life, and I thought we'd try like a little reenactment of something that inspired a song, and then you can perform the song. So think of a song that you're going to play, and then think of the moment that created that song, and then tell me what it was, and maybe I can help reenact it. Lost Love.
Yeah, well, the songs that I was thinking of playing are like so far back in time. They're not like way back in time. They're like recent history.
What, can you go right back, or is it makes you feel uncomfortable playing something from a long time ago?
It's not going to make me feel uncomfortable. It's going to make everyone who has to listen to me playing it feel uncomfortable.
We're not going to judge you.
Fairly sure. No, I'll judge me.
We're not going to judge you.
And I think the other awesome thing about this, if you've just started watching this part the way through, I think you can go back and watch it from the beginning later, because it just lives forever on the internet. Is that right? Is that a lie? Did I just make that up?
Well, it depends. In this kind of dream state, there is no such thing as time.
Exactly.
That's why we're trying to traverse time here.
Okay.
Traverse time with me. Just do it.
Okay, I could traverse time.
What was the first song you wrote? I'm sure you can remember a little bit of it.
You know what, I really fucking can't remember the very first song I wrote, because I think I wrote it as a teenager, and it was before I'd even started playing guitar, so it was just like written in my voice. But I used to be a bit prone, to like a cappella singing in toilets of pubs when I was a teenager, old enough to be at a pub.
I don't know if you call it a cappella or if it's you just singing by yourself in a toilet.
No, I used to rope in other people. There was a girl that used to also sing with me, who was in the Australian Girls Choir. She was pretty quality.
She happened to be hanging out in the toilet at the time?
Often. In fact, often. It became a known thing, and people come in to watch us sing drunk in the toilet.
How fabulous.
Yeah,
Where was this,
amazing.
in Sydney?
No, in Adelaide. I grew up in Adelaide.
You grew up in Adelaide, okay.
It's a pretty wild place.
Getting some little tidbits of info. You grew up in Adelaide?
So we could, I could think about singing. That is not my song. It was someone else's song that I used to like.
I think that might be a good way to break the ice.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I feel like if we're time travelling, I just am having like a Bill and Ted's moment. Like we have to do the like time travel arms. Is that what happens?
Oh, we're going back in time. We're going back in time. Toilet stall in Adelaide. Is there a glory hole in this toilet, or is it just a...
Oh, no, we're going back into this space again. No, there's no glory hole.
Do you want me to be in the toilet as well?
Yeah, can you just be a silent member of the Adelaide Girls Choir?
I'll just be hanging out, just lurking in the toilet, smoking a ciggy or something.
You were allowed to smoke in pubs back then too, which was horrible when I first started playing music live. I used to lose my voice every week. Yeah, that's not the story I'm going to tell. Okay, I'm going to think about this song. But
then you get that husky kind of like R&B, Aretha Franklin sort of thing going.
That's true.
Like, you know,
that's a little bit. Hey.
Like you've just been in a bar all night inhaling passive smoke.
Exactly. It was exactly like that. Because it was because of that. Okay, now I've just like set myself up to sing a song a cappella that I haven't sung for ages. Why did I do that?
Just go over to the microphone and do it, please.
Should I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Should she? Ladies and gentlemen.
I really haven't sung this for a long time, so it's okay, because when you're drunk you can sing things badly. It's sort of like a mixture.
In a dream, anything is possible.
Anything's possible, okay. Let me tell you something, sister. Remember your name, no twisters gonna steal my stuff away, my sister. We sure ain't got a whole lot of time. Scuffling, I've been up that lonesome road, and I've seen a lot of suns going down. Oh, but trust me, no low life's gonna run me around. So let me tell you something, sister. Remember your name, no twisters gonna steal my stuff away, my sister. We sure ain't got a whole lot of time. So shake your shimmy, sister, 'cause darling, the show is feeling fine.
Yeah.
And it does sound good with a bit of bathroom reverb around.
Yeah, headline act in the Adelaide toilet stall.
I know. So it's worth going in the toilets if you're in Adelaide in a pub.
I've never had any fun in
Shall I
toilets.
leave this spot and travel forward in time?
Okay.
Back to where I was.
I better. So that was
Okay.
back in Adelaide.
That was
your
back in
teens.
Adelaide.
So you obviously had a lot of like confidence issues. I'm just joking.
Well, no, there was a lot of alcohol involved at that particular point, and I don't actually particularly drink that much anymore, which has been interesting. Which is interesting as a performing artist that at some point I think relied fairly heavily on alcohol to perform live.
Well, it's sort of,
pull
I
it
mean,
away.
the rock star kind of lifestyle seems to be,
Yeah.
quite associated with like, especially after the gig,
Yeah.
like kicking on with all the other crew and everything
is.
like that. But I guess, yeah, it can have a negative effect on your health and that sort of lifestyle, I guess.
It can, and I think a lot of so now we're getting very serious. This is a very serious discussion about alcohol in the arts, but actually, no, it is a serious discussion because I think a lot of people are doing it because they're very anxious and nervous, and of course we all know that like the alcohol's good in the short term for that, but then it makes you feel a million times worse afterwards and more anxious and becomes this perpetual cycle, which is why there's all these organisations which have been fundraising heaps for lately. What are they called? Can you think what they're called? That do mental health stuff
for musicians
for
and
the
stuff?
arts,
Yeah,
because mental health in the arts is actually, and
know what it is.
especially music.
What's that?
Support Act.
Support Act.
Support Act.
Support Act, that's it.
And that's a lot because there is like mental health in music industry especially is like really bad.
Yeah, and alcohol would play a part of that, but I suppose there are lots of other, mitigating factors. It can be quite a lonely existence, I imagine, being an artist, especially a solo artist. Like it's, your art has to come from within, so you have to be constantly exposing your emotional sort of sensitivities.
True.
You have to wear your heart on your sleeve, don't you?
You do. Oh, you do have to wear your heart on the sleeve, and sometimes you'll do a show at the Picture House called Heart on Your Sleeve because that's exactly what you do. That's what my show
Did I
is
just
called.
channel? This is part of
You
this
just channeled it.
dream
It's
state.
amazing.
I just channeled
I was
the
like,
name
in
of
this
the
dream.
show. That-
Knew the name of the show.
Wow, we're in flow here. So
we
let's just
are.
go back. So
Okay.
post-toilet stall.
Yeah.
At what point did you actually feel like this was your path in life to be a musician?
I feel this was a very contradictory thing to do, to talk like, let's look after the mental health of artists and not encourage them to drink alcohol. And then I took a mouthful of alcohol. Just don't let that conflict.
Well,
with
do
the
as
story.
she says, not as she does. I
Exactly.
guess.
Just pretend you're my kids. No swearing.
Do you have kids?
I do. I've got 2.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So when did I just... yeah. No, they are lovely. They're great. They swear a lot, which is my fault.
I just feel like, you're someone who's been in this industry for 17 years.
I have.
Even at the Euro show at the Bruns Picture House, you have
Yes.
some incredible musicians joining you on stage.
I do. I've got amazing musicians, actually. I've got Steve Dixon joining me on drums and Bobby Thornton joining me on bass. And Steve's one of those... I met him at my local cafe at Brunswick Heads, just chatting, talking about, like, kind of venues I like to play. I like playing small places like the Walling Bar.
The Walling Bar?
The Walling Bar Bar.
The Walling Bar.
Small
Walling Bar.
venues, and I was just chatting about, a few gigs I'd played that felt really good, and he chatted about a few he'd played, including Madison Square Garden, and I was like, fairly
That's
on
a
par.
small hall,
Yeah, similar, same saying, Walling Bar and Madison Square Garden. And that's just so typical of this area, of how many sneaky, amazing, creative geniuses you're having coffee with every morning. So he was really great. He just sort of said, show me some of your songs
Who's he
and
played?
I'll play.
Who did he play drums with?
He's played with Cold Chisel and he's played with Marsha Hines. He's a retired drummer. And he played with everyone who was anyone back in the 80s. I think he did a rehearsal gig with the Beach Boys once. Pretty similar to playing with
fantastic.
me, really.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's joining you on stage and then...
He's joining me on stage, and Bobby's a bit of a local legend that's been playing around this area too. So they're both awesome musos to join me on stage. And you were talking before about that whole thing about playing solo, or that kind of the individual thing, as I do normally play with the band, because I do like that. I do like the companionship of.
So, I mean, have
not
you been
playing
a
solo.
sort of, professional musician all your life, or is your you've gone off sideways on different...
Kids threw a curveball in there. So I was sort of, prior to having kids, doing, like music sort of full-time-ish and doing...
Like when you write on your entrance card into a country and you have to write your
sometimes
occupation, you write...
Musician. Yeah, I did. There was a phase where that was what I would write.
then,
I don't
no,
know if
we're
it
full,
was
sorry.
like wishful occupation thinking writing or whether it was like legit, I did deserve to be writing that on my entrance card.
Better than writing like drug dealer or...
Yeah, drug dealer doesn't go that well, apparently. So it was like a bit of a
being
red
honest.
flag. Yeah. So I was, and then I had kids, and kids is an interesting element to add to playing music because you can't really go on. Well, I mean, you can go on tour, but it's not super practical. And when I was pregnant, I had like all these ideas. I think at some point seen someone, might have even been someone like Mama Kin or someone like that playing, and she'd like had a baby in like a baby carrier and was just doing the gig.
Well,
and
I guess John can kind of like,
Yeah.
he kind of can have
Yeah.
I guess
So
being
they were
married to
that-
John Butler, you
Yeah.
sort of have the opportunity to...
play. So I probably blame her for thinking that I could continue that level of like. So I really just didn't think it was going to slow me down at all. I also had like read all this stuff that if you listen to music when you're pregnant, the baby listens to the songs in vitro, and then they remember being in the womb, and it makes them feel really calm, and then they fall asleep. So I had this idea that I would have kids. And I would like be able to put them in a pram in the corner of the
And they'd just
rehearsal room,
be-
and they would be fucking asleep
Yeah.
because they'd heard that stuff like while I was rehearsing.
I think when you're in the womb, it's kind of like you're on heroin or something, and
Yeah, because it
everything's
didn't
good.
work.
And then as soon as you come out of the womb, it's like that. It's like the party's over, and you're like,
yeah,
"Fuck, this
and
is
my
the
party
real life."
was over. Yeah,
And
it's like,
we're
this
just
is not
constantly trying to
sleeping
get back
music.
to the womb. We spend our whole lives trying to get back to
Yeah.
that blissful state we experienced
Yes.
for like, the 3 or 4 months that we experienced consciousness during the time that we were developed into beings. We're all very...
I don't want to rain on any pregnant muso mothers' parades that might have the same idea as me, that are just like practicing like fuck while they're pregnant, thinking if I just get this programmed into my baby, I'll be rehearsing with that baby asleep in the room. I mean, it might work for them.
Babies sort of have a mind of their own, don't they?
They do. Children do. They're their own entity.
We're with Christina Giorgio here on the Walling Bar, which is actually also a TV show.
Yes.
In this dream.
What? In this dream. In our
it's a TV
dream
program.
sequence.
In the dream, in this fake bar, in a real
Yes.
bar, in this fake life, in a real life. Rabbit holes. By the way, in this dream, Donald Trump is the president of this
What?
pretend world.
Is this a Simpsons episode?
And there's also this strange disease that's gone around the whole world
What?
that may be connected to 5G, and we don't know for sure.
Probably. It's
Probably is.
probably.
It is at least in
Seems
Mullumbimby.
Logical.
Definitely in Mullumbimby it's connected to 5G.
Yeah.
Everywhere else it's just a disease, but
Yeah.
Mullumbimby it's 5G.
No, yeah.
And yeah, it's so nice to meet you and have you just stumble into the bar
I
like
know,
this.
right?
And I know that we are kind of going through your life history. We're going to get
Yes.
another song in a second.
Yes.
So think of a song and give us the context.
Okay. I'm going to think. Here's one I prepared earlier. Do we want to go, like, what kind of, like, mood do we want to go for?
You asked me this yesterday on the
yeah,
radio,
I know,
like,
and I don't know
introspective
what, I'm not
or-
really learning well because you didn't really have an answer for me yesterday on the radio either.
You
but-
should be a bit more decisive about this. This is your dream. This is your...
it's my dream.
Yeah.
Well, usually in my dream, if I'm playing songs, it's like songs that
You'd probably have
I
a
don't
dream
know.
with Chris Hemsworth to be in the bar with you. This is
Liam.
a really...
I'm a Liam girl.
You're a Liam girl, yeah.
Yeah, I
But
like to keep it really age
You're having a bit of an
inappropriate.
off day with your subconscious and
Oh,
you've,
so it's
you've got
Chris.
me. Well, you got me.
Oh, I've got you.
Yeah.
You're not Chris or Liam?
I might be just like a poorly animated version of Chris.
That happens in a dream, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'll fully wake up and I'll go, I was in a bar and I was with Chris Hemsworth.
I am
who's
Chris
also
Hemsworth,
Liam
but I'm just
Hemsworth,
badly
he didn't,
animated.
Like, look exactly like them, but I knew that's who it was.
That's who
and
I
it was
am.
also my parents' kitchen.
Yeah.
This
It's all
dream's
like that.
Crazy. Crazy. I'm going to play a song called Crazy Crazy.
Okay.
And it's about, it's like a little warning to people that if you like someone, like them more than a friend, and they make you feel like you're insane, that's probably not a very good sign.
You know what that's called? gaslighting.
Ah.
You know that? I only learned that term recently. Gaslighting.
I do know that term. So yeah, it's that, but it doesn't even have to be quite that extreme too. It can just be that person is probably not a good match for you and you should forget them. Or conversely, write a song about them called Crazy Crazy.
My thing with relationships, if they're not working, I usually just give it 5 years and just see what happens.
I gave my last one 12.
There you go.
5's probably better.
That's enthusiasm. All right, here at the Walling Bar, and looks like Christina Giorgio is going to move.
I'm not really going. Oh, we're going back in time.
When was the song written? When was it written?
Well, I wish it was written more longer ago than what it was, because I would like to seem like I'm too wise to fall for the wrong boy.
But you know,
I'm not.
Age and wisdom do not always go hand in hand.
Apparently not. Apparently not.
So this was a week ago.
Yesterday. I wrote this one yesterday, so it's a bit rough, that's why. Okay.
You're tuned to Byron Bay Live. This is the Walling Bar, the Friday knockoff with Danny and Christina Giorgio.
I need to drink out of my...
That is not an adult's drinking.
This does not say mature, does it?
No, you've just stolen your child's water bottle.
I kind of wish that was the truth. It's actually mine.
Well, you know, stay young, forever young. That's what we say here at the Walling Bar, forever young.
We do say that here.
Yeah, we do now.
It's a bit things you can't see. I just hope that there's some good editing going on there that didn't
Oh, yeah, we're editing as we go. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, excellent.
Live editing.
Great. Okay. Someone else and he gave me nothing anyway, and I keep breaking my own heart. Wish you'd pick me to play, push you away, but it's you that threw us down. Was I a flash in the pan? Do you wish you kept me around? I'm so confused by you. I feel so crazy, crazy, crazy. Do you love someone else? Are we amazing? Sure you don't care, I'm just easy come and go. I'm sure you care as much as me, 'cause sometimes those feelings show. And others come and go, was she your choice or second best? 'Cause I feel you got it wrong. Now we should just confess that it's always been us. Others come and go, and it's always gonna be us. No, I know, I'm so confused by you. I feel so crazy, crazy, crazy. Someone else, are we amazing?
was written about me, you know. It's beautiful. So inspired that you thought that about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say, though, if you feel crazy, it's probably not amazing. Although crazy and amazing do kind of rhyme in a non-rhyming crazy and amazing.
I wonder if while you're there, we might even... Should we do another one? But
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea while you're over there.
All right.
'Cause I think I said... I don't know if the first one counts as a song. We're going to do like at least 3 Christina Giorgio songs.
Yes. No, the first one was not mine. The first one was the a cappella toilet song. It was from The Colour Purple. The movie The Colour Purple. Definitely not mine. An amazing song.
So, yeah. What is it like, you know, that defines you as a songwriter? What is Christina Giorgio? What? You seem like a very real person.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
You're just
I was
very
gonna say,
real.
like, I'm fairly unfiltered human being, and that's in real life too. My kids are always... I'm talking about my kids a lot in this, but that's because I do actually really love them, which is an
How old are your
amazing thing that
kids?
happens. 7 and 11. Hi, Charlie
Oh.
and Henry, although they did ask whether they
They
can
should
watch
start.
this.
They should start a little shop and sell like slushies. The 7 and 11.
Yes.
7-Eleven.
Yes, 7-Eleven. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, they
They
should.
should start a little roadside store. We're 7. I'm 11. Yeah. Sorry, that
That's a
was
good plan.
didn't work out. Didn't work out as a
No, I
as a joke.
wanted to join you there again on like a Simpson-y thing, like some sort of like I just couldn't.
Well, you
I
know
don't know.
that because of the political correctness of today's age, that
I know that is that not allowed?
no,
You're not
you're not allowed to say thank you, come again.
Okay, no, so
No.
don't say that.
Don't say thank you, come again.
No, don't say
don't
that.
say that.
Don't
no.
say that. Definitely don't.
Which is a shame.
Because shows get banned for that kind of stuff these days.
Lots
'Cause
of them
didn't
do.
Something like what was that? Like
They took off the Faulty Towers episode.
yes,
Don't mention the war. I think I mentioned it, but you know the whole.
So pretty much you've just killed this whole concept.
Yeah,
just
Facebook,
now
all their
today.
algorithms are just honing in
Yeah,
on
they
all these
are.
references to pop culture and
They
political
are.
correctness.
Except we're being served to people who like this sort of stuff if we believe what the social dilemma taught us.
yeah, so
about
we're only
Facebook.
appearing on
On people who-
whose feeds there's that.
Racist people.
Okay.
Excellent.
It's a demographic. At least we've got a demographic.
We've got a demographic. I don't
A
know if it's the
demographic's
one I
better
was
than
aiming
no-
for.
I don't think
know.
we're racist.
I don't think we are either.
No.
I think we love everyone. So I was going to say in that, like, yeah, I'm really unfiltered to the point, like, I'm often out with my kids and I'm, like, getting to a real big chat with someone and my kids afterwards, they're like, Mum, did you know them? And it's like, no. And I know their birth story.
And are you
like,
dating at the moment? Because I know you're saying you're divorced. Does that mean that
Yes.
are you seeing anyone or are you...
Oh, Lord, this could be better because actually, like, do you know what's really horrible is, like, you come out of a really long relationship and then you're like, be really sensible and you just do all your work on yourself and then you go, I think I'm ready to date. And then you know what happens? A fucking pandemic and then you get locked in your house, which really, like, is not the best.
But what you're supposed to do
So-
is find someone to get locked in with. You're supposed to be like
Yeah, well, if I'd have had a little bit
scouring
more
the dating
warning.
sites for a lock-in buddy.
Well, so dating sites, that wasn't really a thing when I was single last. There was RSVP or something like that.
Yeah,
That
we had
kind
to
of-
write a whole story about yourself.
Like,
and
seriously,
yeah.
people didn't really use it that much. Only
Swiping
kind of
right or
like-
left is so much easier.
I know, but it's too easy.
Yeah.
It's a bad thing. I actually think they should have discussed that on the social. See, now I'm going to go back
Well-
to something serious because
Yes.
I actually do think it's a little bit screwed up how gamified love has become.
That's true. I agree
And
with
it's
that.
not a good thing. And actually, I had zero intention of ever going on any of those apps, but I do feel like if you're locked in your house, really, like, your
There should be like
options
a
are
special
bit
one for
limited.
musicians where you kind of, you know, can woo each other with song.
There could be. Do you know what there is? Again, because Facebook are geniuses, I'm a vegan. And do you know what there is? There's the dating app for vegans called Vegly. There
Right.
you go, vegans, jump on there. There's not that many people on there. I think because we're too ashamed to admit that we're vegan because people...
Yeah, I've
hate
got all
us
these
for our
really
animal
inappropriate jokes going through my head,
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
but
About bacon?
Well, you know, about
Mostly about
sausages and stuff too.
bacon. All roads lead to, we really need to get this whole show getting a lot of watching so it doesn't go down the
Yeah, let's
pathway
keep it out of the gutter.
Yes,
and
exactly.
let's move on to the next song.
Wholesome. So, Yes. So actually, after like kind of like going through that, getting to that point of like, okay, I'm like in the dark hole of misery and, you know, breakup, blah. And then I was like, there must be a way to safely re-enter dating with zero risk of a broken heart. And I thought about it a lot, came up with a few theories, but then I realised actually, no, there's in fact not, because even if you meet someone that you really love, that's amazing, eventually one of you will die.
You've got to be vulnerable. There's no way. You're taking risks all the time.
And loss is inevitable. Like, this is the thing about like life and human condition. Like, loss is inevitable. Like, we are all going to die. So everyone we love is going to die. So that thought inspired this song.
Weren't we trying to do something about bringing the mood up here in the
Yeah, I
world?
know. But actually, it inspired this song, which is actually like a really, really positive song, which is called One Day My Heart's Gonna Break, but it's still a really positive song.
Oh, well, I'm looking forward to hearing it.
About, loving anyway.
You're in the Walling Bar. This is the Friday Knockoff on Byron Bay Live here at North Coast Events in the wonderful Byron Shire and the beautiful Christina, Georgia.
Yeah. Do you know what? You're not the first person who's done that, because Christina and Giorgio is confusing and it muddles together. You're doing well. You were doing well. It was all right. We took it down that whole racist path that wasn't racist.
Nothing racist happened.
No, nothing. It totally didn't. And this is a happy song called One Day My Heart's Gonna Break. So one day my heart's gonna break, so I feel you may as well be the chance I take. 'Cause one day we'll go our separate ways, whether a violent goodbye or the end of our days. So I don't wanna be just friends, fearful for the way it's gonna end. And I don't wanna close my heart to you, and I hope you'll feel that way too. Many times love's equaled pain, and anyway I spin it, it will happen again. Whether it's the wrong words we come to speak, the promises we break, the promises we keep. So I don't wanna be just friends, fearful for the way it's gonna end. And I don't wanna hold my heart from you, and I hope you'll feel that way too. So I take you by the hand, I'll be your person and love you the best I can. Surrender to the kindness and the strength, and let go all the feelings lying just beneath. 'Cause I don't wanna be just friends, fearful for the way it's gonna end. And I don't wanna hold my heart from you, and I hope you'll feel that way too. And I hope you'll feel that way too. And I hope that you feel that way too.
Happiest breakup song I've ever heard.
I know, like that is. For a song called One Day My Heart's
You
Gonna
wrote
Break,
that
it
just
is
as you
actually-
met your future husband. You played him a song and said, just so you know, one day this will go to shit. Things are going to fuck up and we're going to divorce and be amicably
So
separated.
it still seems like a negative song.
Well, I
Kind
mean, it's realistic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you want to come and sit down for a second? We're going
Yeah.
to chat for another 5 minutes and then
Yes.
10 minutes maybe, and then we'll see where we're going, and then
Okay.
we'll do one more song before the bar closes.
Yes.
Yeah. This is
Okay,
a bar.
before we
It's a
start.
dream
Oh,
bar.
it's a dream bar.
It's a dream bar.
So that song was written in the past, so now I'm going back to the present.
Well, shouldn't we go reverse, like start up and then...
No,
Yeah.
I don't. That's really hard to do in reverse.
That's how you go back to the future, is like that.
Just like through like a, like
Now
a
you're like
little
a
cat.
little-
Meow.
Yes, and? When you're saying that's how you do improv, like yes, and?
Yes, and I know, right? I don't really understand how the transitions go from like one place to another.
Well, in
I
a
reckon that
dream-
was pretty smooth.
In a dream, you just have to have faith that your subconscious knows what it's doing.
It knows.
That's
It knows
right, Byron
what I'm
Shire.
doing.
We are in
very-
the Walling Bar Friday night, social distancing here between the whole rest of the world. This is the great way to
Right.
social distance by just not being around everybody, just being around ourselves.
Yes.
And I'm a reflection of
Yes.
I'm Chris Hemsworth anyway,
and Liam Hemsworth.
Both
and
together.
you all rolled together.
in the bed together.
In
So just
my
a quick
parents' kitchen.
question morally. Because of obviously the sexual kind of excitement of having the Hemsworth brothers together, would that not be negated by the possible incestuous side of things, which is essentially morally quite wrong, isn't it? Is it?
Yeah, you've wrecked the whole thing for me now. Can we just pretend you're Liam?
And not Chris.
And not Chris. I'm sorry to Chris. Chris is quite nice. Chris's kids played my kids at soccer once, and I did check him out and think, that dad's pretty hot. And then someone said, that dad's pretty hot.
It's a
because
bit of
Chris Hemsworth.
It's a bit of a
I was like,
novelty,
fair
isn't
enough.
it? Having like Hollywood celebrities
Yeah.
around and their kids playing soccer
Yeah.
with our kids and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Well, and on this occasion too, because my son is like a hardcore soccer player, and he was like he was like 6 at the time, and he was just smashing it out the park, and then he just like nearly got this goal, and then he was like body slammed onto the ball and refused to let it go until he got it in there, and meanwhile like Chris was saying, Charlie, get off the ball, and he was like, no way, and I was like, yeah, my kid took on Thor.
Does his kid have like his own bodyguard that kind of comes in and like stops other kids from taking the ball off him?
I think that's
I'm sure
his
Chris
dad.
could hire like
Yeah.
a Ronaldo or someone to
I don't
be
think
like
he
his
needs
kid's
it. He's
soccer
pretty
coach.
fit.
Yeah, his kid or
No, he's fit.
he goes all right.
Yeah.
Byron, the Hollywood
Yeah.
Hollywood town.
It is the Hollywood town.
It's all
But he
happening
seemed
now.
like actually he was legit, seemed like a very nice guy
Yeah,
and
he
a
does
very
seem like
good
a nice
coach
guy.
and very, very encouraging.
We're trying to get Chris to come on the show.
Are you?
Into the dream.
Oh, that would
I
be
feel
so good.
I feel like if we just keep putting it out there, he's going to see
I think
it.
so
and
too.
He's
Because
going to want
Facebook's going to serve it to him,
it. Yeah.
or one of them, or
So if
Liam.
we just keep saying Chris
Liam.
Hemsworth, it'll end up on his Facebook feed.
Liam.
No, don't, because then we'll end up on Miley Cyrus's Facebook. And I know, but it'll still be connected due to the algorithms. It's all connected.
Miley did some cool reinvention of herself, a little bit like Byron Events has done
Yeah,
in
she
creating
pivoted.
this amazing studio that people can hire.
Absolutely. We're here at the Walling Bar, which is a studio for hire here in the Byron Shire, where you can create your own fantastic little live television production. You can have an infomercial here. What would you be infomercialing? Think of a product.
Jesus Christ.
Well, we could. Yeah, he's already been sold enough.
Oh, okay. So
You can sell
all right,
Jesus
all right, I'll
Christ.
go with it because we're doing the whole
The one
improv
thing you can't actually
So
offend
those
people.
the Jesus wobble things that
Yeah.
go on the dashboard.
We can say
Oh,
anything
where
about
have we gone?
Christianity because I
think we
don't
are
think that's. I don't
offensive.
think there's enough Christians around that we can actually offend people.
No, it's a
anymore.
Byron Shire. We're safe.
Yeah, it's totally.
If we did a rag out on spiritual names, big problem. But
Yeah, if
Christians,
we
we're
bring
pretty
if we
safe.
start bringing in like Buddha into the
Yeah. Don't
conversation,
do that.
don't diss Buddha, you little fat happy fella.
Oh,
I like rubbing his belly.
Yeah, Buddha's nice.
I don't know why he's fat though.
Jesus was cool too.
He just sat under a tree. Where did he get the time to go eat?
Do you know what I had thought of the other day when I was walking to the beach? I was thinking about, like, I went to a Catholic school, and I was thinking about, I've always had just like a bit of a thing for tradies, and I reckon it is like a throwback from Catholic school. I think it's like it's a Joseph Jesus thing.
Tradies in that they used
Like
to
carpenters.
do something with your piping. No.
Carpenters. I was thinking about
Oh,
carpenters.
carpenters.
Carpenters, tradies, carpenters.
Yeah. No, Jesus he would have been a man's man. He would have
Yeah, he used to help his dad
kicking
out.
back, watching the footy,
Yeah, knock a few chairs
talking
together
about
with
things
that.
he'd been carpentering, turning and go, hey, does anyone want some more wine? Just bring in the water and I'll just switch it over for you. Water to
I
wine.
want that guy on footy night.
Yeah, well, it is. The finals tonight, the finals.
Is it?
Let's not take this to sport. We don't do sport on the show. It's not a thing.
I didn't actually even know that. That was like this is what happens in my dreamscape.
Yeah,
My
all of a sudden
subconscious
you're thinking about sport.
accidentally reminds people that there's sport to watch tonight.
It's a weird subconscious.
Weird.
Wow. Okay, so I think we've got to just extract a few more juicy things into this dream before we hit
Okay.
the final. We got 4 minutes before the
4
final
minutes.
5 minutes,
I think my
and
song,
that's where you're.
4
your
minutes
big
before
song.
the final 5 minutes.
Before 4 minutes before the final 5 minutes. So if we keep just talking about how
Okay.
long before the final 5 minutes,
That should fill
soak
in
up
4 minutes.
a bit of time.
Done.
But before we forget, let's
Okay.
talk about the fact that you are going to be at the Bruns Picture
I am
House.
gonna be at the Bruns
the 29th
Picture
of
House.
October.
Yes, oversharing, because that's my thing.
Oversharing.
Oversharing.
I thought it was hard on your sleeve.
Yeah, but that's it. Like my heart is on my sleeve, so I shall overshare all the
So
stories.
you're sharing a lot of your sleeve.
a lot of my sleeve.
You're rolling up the
Yep.
sleeves.
Rolling up my sleeves.
Rolling it up, going all the way back
Yeah.
to the...
So,
is this going to be a first live show for a while?
Yeah, it's my first proper live show. We did do a Facebook live stream, which if I'd have known you guys existed here,
Yeah,
I would
totally,
have bloody
man.
well done it here instead of like on the deck of my drummer's house
you know.
through the mic of my laptop. Not good sound, so I don't recommend anyone go to Facebook and watch that again. I recommend they come to the Picture House in 2 weeks' time and come and watch the show live there.
Absolutely. Okay, so to get tickets, go to Bruns Picture House,
Yep.
events, Christina Giorgio, not Georgina Cristino. Is that even your real name? Am I allowed to ask that? It might be, might not be. It sounds too good to be true, but that's all right. We'll leave it there.
It's a pretty good name.
Christina Giorgio, yeah.
Christina.
Is it Greek?
Giorgio, Italian.
Italian?
Yeah, and Christina is quite an Italian name, but actually it was named after the Swedish princess or queen, Christina.
So this is the new phase of your life. You're
Yes.
back on the stage. Your kids
Yeah.
are growing up. You can kind of like they're old enough to probably
Yeah,
fend
7,
for themselves.
pretty much.
7, you know, they know where the cupboard is.
Exactly.
They can do shit.
They can drive.
They can make friends with Chris Hemsworth kids, and then you'll never see them
Yes,
again.
exactly.
They'll just become part of Chris Hemsworth's universe.
I
you
did
imagine your
not
kids
think about using
became
my
friends
kids
with-
to get to Liam.
Well, imagine just using your kids
out.
to just be hanging out at Chris Hemsworth's house. Where would you'll never see him again? Like as if you would leave their house ever.
I live in a tiny house too, so I think that would be an interesting contrast.
I wonder if you have to sign like an NDA if you're like friends with Chris Hemsworth's kids, and like anything like a non-disclosure agreement if you go to play at his house, and you're like, oh, I might have to come and play too, like
Definitely. You'll need to come there.
get me invited to the
Yeah.
barbecue.
Yes, correct.
Funny. Byron Wood. We're here coming into the last little part of the show.
We are.
We didn't quite do your whole life retrospective,
We
all the
didn't
breakups
really.
and all that kind of
No.
stuff. But you seem like you're bouncing back after a bit of a tough year, a bit of a divorce.
Yeah.
Are you the sort of divorcee who kind of, would like to see your ex kind of, homeless and panhandling, or do you want to see him do well in life? Like you... Yeah, a bit of both.
I just think that there's a technical difficulty right now. No, I do. Actually, I wish nothing like... I think I think if you're focused on your own happiness and your own success,
Absolutely.
then really you just stay in your own lane, and what anyone else is doing.
Stay in your own lane.
Stay in your own
That's a
bloody
good name for an
lane.
album.
It is. That might be my next album. Stay in your own lane. Really, if you just stay focused on what you want to do and what you're about, it doesn't really matter what anyone else is doing.
And I mean, it is when you are a songwriter, it feels like you're more available than other people are, aren't they? Because of the songs you're talking about, real things that have happened to you.
Yeah.
Breaking up, and so
It's kind of like a tough road to walk, that too, of knowing like when like that kind of, where is that oversharing line?
what line? We're in a dream, so I guess anything can be said
Anything
in a dream.
can
Nobody who's watching it on. People, that could be a thing in a Black Mirror universe where people could watch people's dreams. I can imagine that. Like in a real life, we could have something on our head and we're sitting in a room having a dream conversation. There's people, on the
Sounds
internet.
like a VR type thing.
Yeah, but into people's subconscious.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like that's actually really happening.
I think it is what's really happening, which means I should play that last song, but really I'm opening.
And then you're going to wake up? Is that what's going to happen? You're just going to wake up and it's just going to be strange?
and it'll be
back to
that
real
will
life.
be a dream. Then it'll be real life.
Cameras
and I'll
are
go
off,
out.
lights
Yep.
are off.
Exactly.
All these guys get
and
to go
life
home.
is real. They all get to go home. They get to
They're
go.
like,
Wow,
I've
we
got better
enjoyed
things
that.
to do on a Friday than being part of somebody's subconscious.
Yeah.
And they're not even getting to drink right now in their own
No.
real life, while we're in our subconscious having a...
I know. They got ripped off.
Yeah, but
But
they get to have their own dreams.
They do. They do. Yeah. Get your own dream. Stay in your own lane. Get out of my dream. This is my dream, everybody.
Thanks
Get your own.
Thanks for tuning in today on the Friday Knockoff. Follow Byron Bay Live and get in touch with North Coast Events if you'd like to have your own TV show. Stream it to all of your business people, customers, business people, customers, yeah.
Customer, yeah, people that buy things from you.
Yeah, if you're an artist, stream it to your fans, whatever.
If you're an
It's all
artist,
there.
can I really highly recommend don't do a Facebook Live from your laptop mic and just employ
Do it
these guys
professionally.
to do a proper job so you don't have to live in a shame spiral about a video that lives on your Facebook page.
Don't live in a shame
Don't
spiral.
live in a shame spiral. Employ these guys.
All
oh my
right.
God, that's the infomercial we're doing.
We just did it.
We did it.
Yeah.
We did it.
Go to your
Okay,
thing.
I'm going over here. And because this is a dream sequence, I'm currently got the opening support for...
Could you do jingles? Could we like hire you to do jingles for people for their businesses? Then you can be part of this whole thing too.
Could.
I think you could do a really
I
good
kind
jingle.
of got this weird feeling like you're just gonna like get here next week. You're just gonna find me, just having to be sitting in the corner. Hi.
Yeah.
This is me.
This
Don't
is our
mind me.
jingle girl.
Don't mind me. I'm just here because I got
Could
nothing
do
else
like
to do.
Santos Organics.
Yes.
We have kale and we have almond milk.
What about biggest bunch of baskets under the sun?
That was the greatest
that
jingle in the
Bangalore,
Byron
that
Shire.
was good. And then what about
Abracadabra. Yeah.
And then there was there not also one for the like the spiritual fair that was really good, and
feels
there
like
was like
whale
something to
noises
do
or
with
something.
crystals. Anyway,
Oh, Crystal Castle.
I don't know, Google.
Anyway,
that.
we're gonna
Google
run
that,
out of time.
people. Where we are.
No more fun.
No more talking. I'm just going to bring it right down, just into a really mellow space for your Friday. And I can't seem to find the right words to say. When you go, I always wish you would stay. And I can't seem to find the right melody to say you're starting to mean something to me, and it all feels a little bit too scary. And I can't have another broken heart, so it's making me worry of letting the cool veneer I'm holding crack, of saying words I won't be able to take back. And I'm not sure if your heart's with another, getting scared to ask, is this sister and brother? Honestly, I don't see you in that light. Too many pieces of us that makes us right, and it all feels a little bit too scary. And I can't have another broken heart, so it's making me worry of letting the cool veneer I'm holding crack, of saying words I won't be able to take back. Crazy moment in a crazy time to capture anything in a rhyme. But I'm thinking about your eyes and your lips. When I do, my fragile heart slips, 'cause it all feels a little bit too scary.
Christina Giorgio, that's a wrap for tonight. See you guys in 2 weeks.